Good evening, students. Welcome back to my class. Today we will discuss about types of neurons. In your last class, we have already discussed about neurons and we also have studied about the structure of neurons. Today we will discuss about types of neurons. Neurons are broadly divided into four basic types. Axonic neurons, unipolar neurons, bipolar neurons, pseudo-unipolar neuron, and multipolar neuron. An axonic neuron is a type of neuron where there is no axon, as you can see here, or this cannot be differentiated from the dendrites. It is found in the brain and retina. They are also found in invertebrates. Unipolar neuron. From the very diagram, I think you can understand why it is known as unipolar neuron. As you can see, the cell body possesses one axon. There is no dendrites. Most neurons in the central nervous system of invertebrates, including insects, are unipolar. Pseudo-unipolar. It has one extension from the cell body, which splits into two branches. One branch travels to the peripheral nervous system and the other to the central nervous system. Bipolar neuron. It has one axon and one dendrite. They are specialized sensory neurons found in olfactory epithelium, the retina of the eye. Next, multipolar neuron. It possesses one axon and several dendrites. They are located in central nervous system and autonomic ganglia. Neurons are also divided into sensory and motor neurons. Sensory neurons are nerve cells which converts external stimuli into electrical impulses and bring it into the central nervous system. They are also known as afferent neurons. Let us see this diagram. This is the affected part where you have got hurt, or someone has pinched you, or you have pricked something. This is the part. So this stimuli generates an impulse. This impulse is carried from the affected part to the central nervous system. So this is done by the sensory nerves or sensory neurons which are present at the affected part. What are motor neurons? These are the nerve cells which carry information out of the central nervous system. So the information which is reached from the affected part to the central nervous system is processed in the central nervous system, and its outcome or result is being transferred through another set of nerve that is known as motor neurons. Okay, so the information is processed and sent back to the affected part. So this is done by motor neurons. They are also known as efferent neurons. Next, interneurons. They are the central nodes of neural circuits enabling communication between sensory and motor neurons and the central nervous system. So here the sensory parts are present. So these are further carried The information is further carried to the central nervous system by these interneurons, which connects the sensory neurons to the central nervous system and which connects the motor neuron to the affected part, from the central nervous system to the affected part. The next topic is the nervous system. The nervous system of human being comprises of three main divisions. Central nervous system, which comprises of the brain and the spinal cord. The peripheral nervous system, autonomic nervous system. Central nervous system, just now I told you, it comprises of the brain and the spinal cord. The brain is enclosed within a hard bony structure known as skull or cranium, while the spinal cord is enclosed in a protective covering, bony hard covering known as vertebral column. The central nervous system is composed of 100 billion neurons. It is the site of information processing within the nervous system. Here in this structure you can see the red part which I have shaded. This is the central brain and this is the spinal cord. So brain and spinal cord comprises of the central nervous system. So these are the main unit which processes the information, which controls everything in our body. All the activities of a body is basically controlled by the central nervous system. Peripheral nervous system. It comprises of nerves which extend from the central nervous system to all parts of the body. We can see here that nerves are coming out from the brain. These are the cranial nerves, and these are the nerves which are coming out from the spinal cord. Okay, so the nerves which are coming out from this brain and the spinal cord, they are known as the comprises of peripheral nervous system. It mainly controls the voluntary activities of the body. Next, autonomic nervous system. It consists of nerves which are coming from the visceral organs to the brain and the spinal cord. Thank you.